Hi, my name is Dylan Hooper, and I'm here to talk to you all about rivalries. The first reason why I chose to talk about rivalries is because us seniors are about to go off to college, and we need to know what a rivalry is, and every school we go to will have a rivalry with somebody. The other reason is because I love the idea of a rivalry. A rivalry is when two teams play each other yearly, and it's a big deal. For those who don't know me, I'm a very competitive person when it comes to anything, like sports and grades. The idea of a rivalry has been around for a long time, and especially in college football. The rivalry usually starts with two teams in the same area or in the same state. The games are played yearly, and the two teams usually don't like each other. The two teams play around the same time every year. There are rivalries in every sport, and for example, in baseball, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. And college basketball is Duke and North Carolina. But I'm going to focus on college football. There are a lot of rivalries in college football, but I'm only going to talk about a couple of them. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Iron Bowl. It's when Alabama and Auburn play each other in the Iron Bowl. The first game was in 1893, and this game has been played for a long time. Both teams are from Alabama, and the winner of the team is basically for bragging rights throughout Alabama. And the winner of that game usually decides who's going to be the winner of the SEC and usually the national championship. The second rivalry I'm going to talk about is Michigan versus Michigan State. This is also a rivalry with two teams within the same state, and it is a big rivalry that is played yearly, and it could either go, or most years it could go either way. Its first game was in 1898, and the teams are playing for dominance within the state. And the third one I'm going to talk about is the Red River rivalry. I believe it's the biggest rivalry in college football, and the first reason that I believe it is because both my parents went to Oklahoma and graduated from OU, and I was born to like OU and not like Texas. It used to be called the Red River Shootout, but in 2005 it was changed to the Red River Rivalry because shootout was too violent. And the first game started in 1900, but the rivalry didn't really begin until 1907 when Oklahoma was admitted as the 46th state in the United States. This game is held yearly at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. It used to go back and forth between Norman and Austin, but Dallas was decided to be neutral ground for both teams, so neither team had an advantage in the game. And whenever the game was moved to Dallas, it was kind of when it became well known in a big game. And I kind of mentioned earlier about the fans. No, like Texas fans don't like OU, and OU doesn't like Texas fans, but they just didn't like each other. And at the Cotton Bowl, they're split half and half. Half of the stadium's OU, half of the stadium's Texas. If you have seen a game before, the fans usually determine a lot. They mean a lot to the teams and help each team, whether they're winning or losing. The seating is similar to the Florida-Georgia game, both split half and half. This game could usually go either way, no matter what year, unless one of the teams is over the top better than the other team. And it's always a tough game played mentally and physically. Throughout the game, both teams compete for 3 trophies. The first trophy is the Golden Hat, which is the oldest of the 3 trophies, and it is given to the winning team's athletic department. The second trophy is the Red River Rivalry Trophy, and it was started in 2003, and it is given to the student government of the winning school. And the third trophy is the Governor's Trophy. It is exchanged between the 2 governors of each state based on the winner of the game. And sadly, all 3 of the trophies are with Texas this year due to the loss in Oklahoma. Here are some of the stats. I picked 3 important games that I believe were important to this rivalry. And Texas has won more games than OU throughout this rivalry with 60 wins, and OU has 43 wins, and there were 5 ties. The ties are from back when the rivalry started and there wasn't overtime in college football. The first memorable game I would say is the first game of the rivalry, which Texas won 28-2. And another one I would say is when OU had the biggest win with point difference, and it was 65-13, and that was in 2003. And one of the last one I'm going to talk about, I would say, would be this game this past year when Texas had a big upset against OU, and the score was 36-20. Despite the records of rivalries, they are all important. Each school has a rivalry, no matter what sport it's in. It could be in any sport, and it doesn't really matter if it's important or not. It's important to your school, and every school will have one. So, thank you.